Hello, my name is Garrett Westbrook, and this is my sports management practicum experience presentation. Where did I volunteer and/or job shadow? I volunteered at the University of West Georgia's Expo. It is held in the UWG Coliseum, which is right across from the baseball field. The Career Expo is put on by the UWG Sports Management Department, and it is intended for students to either go to or volunteer like I did and expand their network by meeting professionals and not only expand their network but introduce them to new areas of the sport industry and things they might be interested in. My supervisor for the event was Dr. Pecoraro, and one fun fact about UWG is it was established in 1906 where it went by the 4th District A&M School. Experience highlights. For the Career Expo, I really did not know what to expect. Um, I remember getting an email about the Career Expo, and I knew I had to go to it, but the email asked if I wanted to volunteer, and I was like, "Oh no, I'm not doing that. I'm not gonna get out of my box." And then I remember the class before. I think I actually just got out of the class, and Dr. Pecoraro was like, "In this industry, you have to get yourself out there, and you won't be that successful if you're just lagging behind and let everybody else do the talking." And that's how I really done my whole life. And I was like, you know what? I need to get myself outside this box and meet new people and force myself out. So I reopened the email and I was like, which one's going to force me to do that the most? And I was like, personal assistant. So I signed up to be a personal assistant for Jake Carlisle, who is the senior director of ticket sales at Talladega. And continue my experience highlights. Um, some things I learned from this was there's a lot of planning and work leading up to the event. I remember getting a text in the group me from Dr. Peck saying that they needed help setting up for the event. And so I went and helped and set everything up the night before. And that really showed me, and I got there early the next morning to help set up. That really showed me there's a lot of work and planning and leading up to an event. Many different tasks need to be taken care of so the event can run smoothly. Everybody knows where everything is. And there's also needs to be a lot of volunteers and workers for this caliber of event to be successful. Coming into this, I was really nervous because this is something brand new for me. And so I remember I was like, oh my gosh, I gotta talk to this one guy the whole day. And as the event started, Dr. Peck asked me to go greet the keynote speaker, get him to his parking spot, and bring him in and everything. And I was like, well, no time to be nervous now. So went out there, greeted him, and after that conversation and after that experience, I all my nerves went away right there. I started talking to many different professionals, and then Jake came later. I was his personal assistant, and we talked for a long time at the event, and we still talk today through email and phone calls. How did Practicum change my expectations of the sport industry? Before this course and the Career Expo, if you asked me what I wanted to do with my sports management degree, I would 9 times out of 10 tell you I want to be either a high school athletic director or eventually work my way up to a college athletic director. And I still would love to do this, but the Career Expo in this Practicum class has shown me that there's also other options for me, like ticket sales. Like I had never even thought of ticket sales before this this course and the Career Expo. But talking to professionals like Jake and how his work life balance is really intrigued me into a career in sales. What 3 steps will I take to make me better for the industry? The first thing I'll work on is talking to new people and leaving a good impression on them. In the sport industry, there's a lot of meeting new people, expanding your network, a lot of handshaking, and I plan to put myself more out there and get myself more comfortable in these situations where I can leave a good and a lasting impression on someone so they can remember me for down the road, and I can just build that relationship with them. Another step I would take is to be well read. I'm currently reading a book by Coach K, the head basketball coach for Duke, on how to become a good leader. And in this book, he has so many different leadership techniques and tips, and even has like a couple of chapters on how to be a good teammate and stuff like that. Because he was a coach and a player for Army, and that's where he learned all his leadership is at the West Point. So, and the third step I would take is to keep in touch with the people that I've already met in the industry. Social media, I know we bash social media all the time for being the devil and bad, but social media can be good in different ways, and this is one of them. I've kept in touch with Jake Carlisle, and it has benefited me greatly already. And I've talked to him on the phone, through emails, and we're Facebook friends too. And I'm excited to see where these opportunities take me. Uh, that is it. Thank you.